Howdy doody, fellas. This is your host, Super Poopie. And today, well, some of you guys requested more adventures because for some reason, you guys didn't care for the AK-12 Airsoft. You guys didn't care for, what was my other last video? You don't remember? Shit. Fuck.
Oh, the flare.
The flare launcher, yes. Alright, I just had one of you guys call me fat, and hey. We're already 10 pounds down. We're gonna trim. Right now, we're sitting at 242 pounds, and we've been hiking for five times a week, / hunting with these short hikes. Honestly, you could see how loud I'm fucking being, so I clearly gave up, alright? Hunting on ADHD, I'm gonna pick that up, by the way. Calm the fuck down, hippies. Yeah, trying to hunt on ADHD, man, it's not it. You're fucking waiting, you gotta be quiet. If the wind blows slightly that way, the animal, these motherfuckers, they survive 24/7. While you work your 9 to 5, they are studying the way of the fucking nose. These fuckers are naked and they're in the fucking woods. Alright, they know their land, they know their nature. They're like Native Americans, I think, I don't know. Except without drinking so much goddamn Jack Daniels. Alright? And, oh, fuck! Fucking bees. Alright. Oh, it's just a brown beetle. Motherfucker browner than me. Now, that being said, let's go through my kit. Alright? Because right now I'm trying to light max. Is that how the kit, they're saying maximum lightness. I'm not fucking mashing my balls. They're fine the way they are. They are toned, every crease, fine lining, all made by nature. I am made in God's image. That being, I never thought, I'm gonna drop that. That being said, go ahead and zoom in on the rifle. This is what we're armed with, an AR-15. Because 8mm Mauser, there's gonna be no coyote left, and I'm not gonna have any proof of a fucking, to collect the bounty for killing the coyote that are fucking with the wildlife here. Not as bad as the pigs in Texas, and we're not talking about the communist pigs, okay? We're talking about like feral pigs. All right, but yeah, standard AR-15. If you were in the Marine Corps, this is basically an M4, an M16. I believe this is 16 inches. All right, so like times 16 of your fucking dick. I'm just kidding. All right, if you watch me, you probably have a massive cock. That being said, we have a Magpul stock. We got this little fancy, I forgot what brand it is. I just know how things work. We have a Knight's Armament iron sight, very adjustable, very cool. I haven't zeroed. Oh, these are kicking in, especially with the sun. Yeah, we have a Knight's Armament rear sight, adjustable to 300 yards. We have a little zoomy zoom. I forgot what they're called, but I saw them in Modern Warfare 3, and it's just like, yo, from dot sight to fucking scoped out. I don't know if it's by SIG. The guys who make the guns that just go off for no reason. And of course, we have the classic EOTech, very reliable, very bright. And if it's dark out, you could lower the brightness and whatnot and adjust it. Your standard 30-round mag, because I'm no longer in California. Fuck you, Newsom. You suck, dude. You suck, and not in the good way. Anyways, yeah, all this aero precision. As you can see, we got M-Lock, which M-Lock is very... I recommend it. I was hating on it not too long ago, but it does make your gun a lot more lightweight, while Picatinny rail, it's more thick, just raw metal, is more to carry. Now, another thing I'm working with is this thing. It's basically for lazy people, and it attaches to the M-Lock. It adds Picatinny rail, and you just press a button. You don't have to do the complicated thing. It feels like you're working on a car, and it's a fucking gun. All right? And I have a grip that turns into a bipod also, so it's a double whammy. Pretty cool. But it is jiggly because the recoil of the flare launcher just broke it off. And it was too wiggly, and it kept falling off. But for a 5.56, the recoil is nothing. It's just a little pop, and that's it. So I like it, and I have a little rail protector here, kind of like you have on the M4s and whatnot, because I have sensitive little hands, you know, in case I got to give bro a hand job. That being said, I also have a fucking, what's it called? A sling that's adjustable. See? So if you want to do marksman shit, or you gotta adjust real quick, you just pull on this, it'll get more loose or more tighter, you know, kind of like your nuts in the cold. That being said, I also have a PEC. It's a ghetto PEC. It only costs 60 bucks, and I was desperate to finish this full combat rifle. So you could get a visible laser, or you could get the invisible laser that it's like some Buzz Lightyear shit. And you could only see it through the dot sights, and it's very cool. I also had a friend give me a filter flashlight that works for night NVGs. So it'll light up a place, but you can only see it through the NVGs. It's really fucking cool. It's complicated. I'll show you guys later. And we're working with a Streamlight, I think it's called. Streamlight flashlight that I got in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. So this is very cool. I held on to it. Great memories. And now it's attached to my rifle. I have a shitty airsoft front sight. Alright. That gets the job done, you know what I mean? But a lot of times if you're fighting that close, like, just make sure your homies aren't in the crossfire, and a typical birdcage muzzle tip. But other than that, I would say I'm rocking a pretty good rifle. Like, if this was I prefer this rifle over the M16 I got in what is it? Yeah, dude. Get used to that if you want to get into hunting. Clearly, I'm learning by myself. I'm taking tips from, like, the elders here. They're pretty smart. They will bust your balls a lot, and not in the good way. They will be like, "You stupid. You fucked up." Like, not too long ago, I accidentally got my Mustang stuck in some mud, and it turns out I was in someone else's property. Luckily, the guy was so fucking awesome that he used his truck to get me out of that mud, and I drove out of there, and he gave me permission to hunt in his land. So that's pretty cool. But he told me that if you're doing that, just report motherfuckers that are dumping. Don't fucking dump. Don't fucking dump. I'm gonna pick that up. I'm gonna pick that up. All right. Other than that, up here, we're rocking the Splinter camouflage German World War II. It's nice and loose. The armpits are open, so I could get some ventilation, but I'm being camouflaged. I don't know if it's made by polymer, because I'm starting to get into that hippie shit. I'm starting to get into that healthy hippie shit, and I want to get healthy. And I mean, for crying out loud, doctors in Europe will tell you, take a dip in the ocean if you feel this way, or fucking sit in the river. I think they're onto something. They're onto something, all right? And they're hiding it from us. Remember to buy kosher. That being said, honestly, Native Americans ran this land, and they were great. They were great at hunting. They didn't invent the wheel, so it's just like, what the fuck are you even doing? But we rocking moccasins. Don't underestimate them. Now, like, they don't get the best traction, but they actually get the job done. You're nice and relaxed. They're nice, and they got the job done in conclusion. There's something under your foot. I have sensitive feet, so would I be able to rock this fucking walking around barefoot? No, fuck no. But this is like, you're borderline just wearing like flip-flops with more protection. All right. What else? Yeah, other than that, we're learning from the ground up, and the few things we picked up from the locals here that I befriended. Yeah, hopefully we score a coyote, get some more funding for this fucking channel. And yeah, that's all there is to it. All right, follow me on this fucking adventure, because today, we already made a lot of noise, so we're just gonna scout out. We're gonna appreciate some nature, and fucking Beetle ASMR here. Well, the woman called me, and she needs a ride. So time to pick up the chula. But at least we got these intro. I didn't get the two spots where I was recording much, but you can see, just like a purse. It's a purse, but it's lethal. Good stuff on it, not in it. Kind of like me. I ain't gay. All right. Yeah, look at those beautiful hills. And usually it's animal infested here, so my mentality was, well, if there's deer with their baby here, technically they're bait. So the coyote are gonna be like, you know, they're gonna be on some Epstein shit and be looking at those unattended cubs or whatever they call baby deer. Now I'd still need to look more into the laws of hunting, because in a lot of places they'll say, oh, you can't have a mag this size, you can't you can't have thermals in a lot of cases. But I think for coyotes they let everything fly because they're trying to protect the mule deer in the area. So hopefully I didn't record myself breaking the law, but I did my research. And you know, originally I would hunt with the Mauser, just iron sights on some fucking Simon Haya type shit. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, pal. But yeah. But overall, it's like this rifle gets the job done for a lot lower price, and you know, 5.56 is not as expensive as 8mm Mauser or 7.62 by 54R, which video on the PSL coming soon. But you know, my crowd isn't that big. Obviously a lot of y'all are growing and got shit you gotta do, responsibilities, so I understand. But hey, the cult following base, as they call them, y'all want more adventures, we'll get more vlogs. And so I'm starting the hunting vlogs, and hopefully by a certain amount of episodes we can finally catch a fucking coyote and pop that fucker. Yeah, there's my blue ass car. I saw a car driving away. Hopefully they didn't fuck around. Cause we're in the back, bruh. I do have a round in the chamber, so I gotta be careful. Alright, cut it a little bit.